Hello everyone, course BSc, subject physics, paper, semiconductor devices, digital electronics, laser and fiber optics. Subtopic, principle and working of LED, LDR and solar cell, presented by Bumlingaya B, Assistant Professor, Srimati Shri YER Government First Aid College, Pavagada. Introduction. When in the last class we have discussed about the formation of the depletion layer of the PN junction diode, and also we studied the energy band diagrams. So in this section we are going to give the lesson on LDR and LED and solar cells. So introduction. When a P-type semiconducting material is combined with N-type semiconducting material with a special fabrication technique to form a boundary between the two types of semiconductor, it is called a PN junction or a semiconductor diode. The PN junction has led to all kinds of inventions including diodes, transistors and integrated circuits. Understanding the PN junction enables one to understand all kinds of semiconductor devices. Forward biased. Forward biased. When a diode is connected to a battery, electrons from the N side and holes from the P side are forced toward the center by the electrical field supplied by the battery. The electrons and holes combine, causing the current to pass through the diode. When a diode is arranged in this way, it is said to be forward biased. Reverse biased. Reverse biased means when the P-type is connected to the negative terminal of the battery and the N-type is connected to the positive side, then the PN junction is said to be reverse biased. So in this case, the built-in electric field and the applied electric field are in the same direction. When the two fields are added, the resultant electric field is in the same direction as the built-in electric field, creating a more resistive, thicker depletion region. The depletion region becomes more resistive and thicker. The applied voltage becomes larger. Semiconductor diode. The diode which permits the easy flow of electric current in one direction but restrains the flow in the opposite direction. When a current I flows through the diode, which is related to the voltage across the diode by the equation I equals I naught E into EV by eta kB T minus 1, where V is the voltage applied to the material, which is positive for forward bias and negative for the reverse bias. I naught is the reverse saturation current. Eta diode ideality factor of the shell, 1 for germanium and 2 for silicon. Here E represents the electronic charge. Kb is the Boltzmann's constant. T is the absolute temperature of the shell. Light emitting diode, so abbreviated as LED. Definition. A light emitting diode is a heavily doped PN junction diode that emits optical radiations. Yes, so that may be infrared radiation or visible radiation or ultraviolet radiation or any other radiations, high energetic radiations. Under forward biased conditions, the diode is enclosed. The diode is enclosed in a transparent package so that light can emerge out. So here the positive of the battery is connected to the anode of the diode and the cathode of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So this is the circuit of LED, and here it represents the symbol of LED. Here anode, and here in the right side is cathode. So here there are three arrow marks are there. So this means LED, light emitting diode, light emitter. It represents the emits of light. So principle. Energy is acquired to produce an electron hole pair, abbreviated as EHP. Conversely, energy is released when an electron and hole recombine. This is the basic principle of LED. Formation of electron hole recombination. Working. When LED is forward biased in a junction diode, there is an excess of electrons in the conduction band on the N side and excess of holes in the valency band VB. So here the diagram represents the energy band diagram of the LED, light emitting diode material. So here, so this is the when electron hole formation in the PN across the PN junction diode. So here in P region there are positive and negative particles are there. So here also negative and positive particles are there. So therefore these are known as electron hole pairs. They are formed in pairs. So therefore, so the difference between these two particles gives rise to a voltage, that is HV. That means potential difference is developed across the holes. So here positive represents the holes and here electrons, negative electrons. Emitted visible light, h nu, where h represents the Planck's constant, nu is the frequency of the emitted light. So emitted visible light, h nu, or it may be a visible light. So here, so this figure represents a symbol of LDR, symbol of LED, sorry, LDR. This is the symbol of LED actually. So here I am very sorry. So here the arrow marks are reversed. Energy band diagram. Working of LED. On the P side with a potential barrier across the junction, now current flows from PN, that is the holes from the P side diffuse into the N side and electrons from N side to the P side. Near the junction, electrons in the conduction band combine with the holes in the valence band and energy is released as a photon. H nu of frequency, nu is given by E is equal to H nu equals H nu divided by C, where H is the Planck's constant, nu represents the frequency of the emitted light, C is the velocity of light, and Eg is the energy gap. Energy gap is equal to EC minus EV, the difference between the valence conduction band and valence band. So here lambda C is the emitted wavelength 6.625 into 10 raised minus 34 into 3 into 10 power 8 divided by Eg divided by 1.602 divided by 10 power minus 19. So that is equal to 1.264 into 10 power minus 6 divided by Eg, that is equal to 1.24 divided by Eg micron. For gallium arsenide phosphide band gap, for silicon Eg is equal to 1.19 electron volt. We get lambda E equals 6533 nanometer. Light dependent resistor or photoresistor. A photon resistor is an electronic component whose resistance decreases with increasing incident light intensity. So it is also referred to as light dependent resistor, LDR, or photoconductor. That means when light falls on the materials, that means resistance decreases with increasing incident light. If the intensity of the light is increased, that means the resistance may be decreased. It is also referred to as light dependent resistor or photoconductor. So here Negative represents the electrons, and here positive represents the holes. Acceptor level symbol of here the acceptor level. Here Eg represents the energy gap when light falls on the material. The material is absorbed the incident light, and the here the electrons from the valence band jumped into the conduction band. So that gives the conduction band. So therefore here the energy difference, the energy difference between the the valence band and conduction band is h nu. H nu is absorbed by the material. So that is acceptor level. So here Eg up to this point is the energy of the acceptor level and energy of the donor level. This is the conduction band. Symbol of LDR. This is the symbol of LDR. So here resistance, in this box a resistance symbol is there, and light is absorbed by the material. So that is known as LDR. When light intensity increased, the conductivity goes on decreasing. That means resistance decreases. Principle and working of LDR. So principle: when a radiant energy falls on a semiconductor, the covalent bonds get broken and electron hole pairs in excess of those generated thermally are created. These increased charge carriers decreases the resistance or increase the conductivity of the material. Working: when light falls on the device, the electrons in the valence band are excited to the conduction band. E is greater than Eg makes the electrons jump from the valence band to the conduction band. When light having enough energy strikes on the device, more and more electrons are excited to the conduction band, which results in large number of charge carriers. The result of this process is more and more current starts flowing through the device. Working: the minimum energy required for intrinsic excitation is the forbidden gap energy Eg of the semiconductor material. The downward transition of electrons from the conduction band to the valence band and subsequent emission of photons due to recombination with holes. Spectral response: Eg is equal to Ec minus Ev. That means the difference between the conduction energy and valence energy. E is equal to h nu, where h represents the Planck's constant, nu represents the frequency of the absorbed light, and here h nu divided by c, where c is the velocity of light. Here Eg. Therefore Eg is equal to h nu by c, where lambda c is equal to 6.625 divided by Eg, that into 10 power minus 34 into 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 1.602 into 10 power minus 19, that is equal to 1.6264 into 10 power minus 6 divided by Eg equals 1.24 divided by Eg micron. For silicon, Eg is equal to 1.1 electron volt, lambda c is equal to 1.13 micrometer. For germanium, Eg is equal to 0.72 electron volt, lambda c is equal to 1.73 micrometer. Solar shell. A solar shell is a device that converts directly sunlight energy into the electrical light. Construction of solar shell. Solar shell crystalline silicon consists of a n-type semiconductor emitter layer and p-type semiconductor layer base. The two layers are sandwiched, and hence there is formation of p-n junction. The surface is coated with anti-reflection coating to avoid the loss of incident light energy due to reflection. Principle: when a beam of photons is incident on the depletion region of an unbiased p-n junction, each absorbed photon creates an electron and a hole. Construction. This is the construction of the solar shell. This solar shell, here sun is there. From the sun, the light is emitting from the sun, and the light is absorbed by the material. Here glass lens is is on the upper surface of the material, and solar radiation, photon light, that means it may be observed very high energetic radiations. Metallic conducting strips, here these are the metallic conducting strips. So here, so negative here, the yellow line indicates that the flow of electron wall pairs along the material. So here, so upper side represents the negative electrons or substrate base. This is the black line represents substrate base, and here lower particles above the black line represents the positive walls. Here p type silicon and d depletion layer, n type silicon. The here the cathode and anode of the material is connected to the voltmeter. So that means the electron flow along the voltmeter, and approximately 0.58 volts of DC current, DC voltage. So here it is represented by the solar cell. The figure is represented solar cell, PV cell of symbol. Working, how solar cell works. So here front contact grid. So this is the front contact grid, and upper surface is coated with glass cover, and anti-reflective coating is also there below the glass cover. Here the electron hole pairs are formed along the edges of the material, and here n negative silicon and positive silicon. So back contact, and the solar cell sandwich, n type silicon as free electrons, p type silicon as free holes. The absence of electrons when n type and p type silicon come into contact, an electric field forms within the shell. Solar cell or photovoltaic cell working. How it solar cell works. The absorption of photon causes an electron in the valency band to move to the conduction band, and a hole is left in the valency band. The built-in internal electric field EI in the depletion region forces the hole toward the p-type region and the electron towards the n-type region. The two sides of the junction become oppositely charged, so that a forward voltage is generated across the junction. Here the two diagrams represent the solar cell diagrams. Again, so the material is absorbed the sunlight, and the blue line indicates the flow of electron hole pairs along the material. Here p type silicon and n type silicon. N type silicon and p type silicon is there. P type silicon is below base level, and n type silicon is the upper side. So here the negative and positive are cathode and anode of the solar cell is connected to the resistance or a bulb. When the current flows along the wires, the electric current and the bulb will be glowing here. So therefore here positive and negative particles are produced. That means hole pairs, photons and electron flow represents. And here the light energy construction, that is light energy is falls on the material, and here is the nickel coating, that is they are the anode and cathode material. Here bulb or any load resistance can be kept between the wires. This is the green line indicates that anti-reflecting coating. So positive represents holes and negative represents the electrons. Solar cell working. This voltage drives a current around an external circuit, and the junction acts as a shell. The equivalent circuit of the solar cell with RL load resistance is the external load, that is when the PN junction is open circuited, the accumulation of the electrons and holes in the two junction gives rise to an open circuit voltage VOC. This voltage serves as the measure of the intensity of the incident radiation. That is, photocell serves as the photodetector. References. So these are the books through which we can gain the further knowledge by studying. So thank you one and all.